Ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck is going on with this thing right here? Oh man, I don't know what this is. What the hell? I hope you can't see that on my screen. What is this? Oh man, I hope I can click out of it. Welcome to another edition, everybody. Happy Friday. I never used to cut my whole head off like that. That's bizarre. So, welcome to the program. Welcome to the broadcast, and welcome to the live stream. The best thing you can do to help the live stream is share the live stream. I'm going to share it too. Look, I'm doing it too. And somewhere, producer Metaverse Melissa is out there helping me share the feed. Let's see how many groups I can get kicked out of. Won't take long. It's amazing that these everybody on like Facebook and Reddit and everybody, they have these community groups, but they're so fucking gate kept. There's so many secrets, and there's so many like secret handshakes, and there's so many like secret rules to these fucking groups. You can't even post anything. Fuck's the sense of having a group on Facebook if nobody can do anything? I get it, like you don't want a lot of spam or like unrelated content, but shit, that's why you have admins, goddammit. If you look at the swarm, we have a lot of admins. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna share here. If you guys know of like live streaming groups or podcasting groups or chat groups, like live chat groups, please share this feed because this applies. I mean, if they wind up deleting me or kicking me out, fuck them. Like here's one here, podcast promotion. See? Aha. See that? That noise there? I shared it. Let's do another one. What, let's ride the wave here. Podcast promotion. Aha. There's another. And on and on and on. And I'm sure they'll kick me out of a lot of these groups. Like, here's a good one. Coffee, weed, and metal. I mean, I feel like that's one that I should definitely belong to. I mean, but, you know, it's always the funny thing. They'll probably kick me the fuck out. So there you have it. I appreciate y'all for being here. Happy Friday, and thank you for sharing the stream. This is a program and live broadcast and conversation between myself and you, of course, at home about the music industry, social media, DIY musicians, and just original creators. And hold on a second, and I will do my fancy. I got my apple juice. So, but if you didn't know, let's say you were new here and you've never met me before. I'm the guitar player for the band Sepsis. I'm also the creative coordinator. I compose music, and I help the team figure out how to play the shit on stage. That's my main job. And if you've ever worked with Sepsis before, then you've worked with Melissa. Melissa's the lead singer of Sepsis, and this is a band page. You're either watching from Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or wherever you are on the planet. But this is actually an original band, a hard rock and heavy metal band from Manchester, New Hampshire. We've been around for about 15 years almost, but we've been creating music and recording music professionally for about almost 5 years, right, Melissa? I say, honestly, I'll say 5 because actually our first demo was in 2019. But you guys should be really excited because we have brand new music about to come out. unless you're looking for it on Spotify, because I don't think we're gonna upload it. Not to Spotify. But you guys, if you're new here, welcome. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. This is William versus the World. This is a live broadcast, chat, and stream. It's your daily dose of music industry insights, tips, news, social media, and also talk about technology. So join me today. It's Friday. Each and every weekday, I'll be here each and every weekday at 7 p.m. To explore and have a deeper dive into the world of music, industry stories, social media, and more. That's what we're doing here. So hopefully you don't kick me out of your group. And let's get ready for another episode of William Does the World. All right, motherfuckers. We done did it again. Now, you see a lot of times I'll be talking about, like, I talk about internet security a lot. Mostly because it's unsecure. And I'll be talking a lot today about, like, safety and security and data breaches on the internet. There's a whole bunch of data breaches being breached all over the place. But there is a reoccurring theme here, and the theme is that none of this shit works. It's like this. One day, my mother, she bought a brand new stove. You hearing me? My mother was buying a brand new stove, and she put me in the car, and she said, son, we're going to go to Montgomery Wards. Do you guys remember Montgomery Wards? Of course you don't, because you're too fucking young, and I'm older than all of you. So in my time, there were things called stores. There were these places in New England, they call them department stores. So when I was just a little bean, when I was a little jitterbug, we used to go to places like Sears. You guys ever heard of Sears before? Of course you're not. Of course you haven't, because you're too young and you've been shopping on Temu your whole life. What I'm trying to explain to you guys, you can't find this shit on the wish list. Back then, you had to get in a physical vehicle and you had to physically go to the store and physically buy physical stuff. It's fucking nuts. But my mother said to me one day, she said, we're going to Montgomery Ward. It was a department store in New England. And, of course, we got there, and she wound up buying a bunch of stuff she didn't want anyway, including shit for me. But we got that stove. It was a crummy old stove. And I remember we got up to the desk, and the cashier had asked my mother, do you want a lifetime warranty? And I looked up at my mother puzzled because I was aware of mortality. So we left the store, and as we got in the car, I asked my mom, I said, hey, look, I don't mean to highlight the elephant in the room. I said, but when they said lifetime warranty, whose life were they talking about? Because you see, there's no real such thing as a lifetime warranty. And even if there was a lifetime warranty, when we sign up for lifetime warranties, it's like we think we're signing up for a forever or an infinity warranty. There's no such thing as lifetime warranties. I mean, simply put, Montgomery Wards tanked and went out of business before 1996. So if that isn't reinforcing my point. I don't mean to be morbid, and I don't mean to be, I don't mean to push the dark humor on you, but everything, everything has its limited time and space here in reality, including us. That's something you all might want to really think about. But in terms of everybody promising our security and our safety, nobody's been able to do it. Nobody has been able to promise us that they can offer us a security package or some secure system where our data isn't going to be hacked into or breached by some large corporation or some branch of government or some company. At every level of living and buying and selling and leasing and renting, there are products that people will offer you and pinky promise that you will be safe and secure. Sure, VPNs and Norton and it doesn't matter what kind of computer programs that you have. They all have their security features. Every video game that you download promises to keep your information safe. Down from Google to, of course, social media and entertainment websites. And when you subscribe to, what do you call them? What the fuck you call those things? My mind is going crazy. But like when you have like email subscriptions and stuff like that. I mean, you always have to check the box where they promise you that nothing terrible is going to happen to you. So I wanted to just start out by saying hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American. I mean, why not? So this is why you don't need to ever complain or worry about Netflix, is what I'm saying. The only reason why I'm reading this to you guys is so you don't never have to worry. Next time you sign up and somebody pinky swears and says that they're going to promise you a lifetime warranty, or that next time somebody sells you a VPN and claims that they're going to protect you, or you sign up to the next Social Security or the next record label, or whoever big tech giant or branch of government is going to promise to have your back or promise and pinky swear that they're going to keep your data and your information safe, they have all proven they can't do it. Like we still can't make phone calls. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, with all the technology, with all the lifetime warranties, with all the VPNs, and with all the firewalls, and with all the AI and developers, and with all the technology in 2024, we still can't watch movies without people ripping us off. That's my point. There's not a layer. I don't give a fuck if you're watching Hulu or you're playing on SoundCloud or you're going to the DMV. Look at your screen. Hackers have stolen the Social Security numbers of every American because we're on the fucking internet. Our entire fucking lives, we've been convinced to take every single layer of our lives and put them on the internet. I'm probably the only parent I have ever met that has not uploaded pictures of my minors to the internet. Like, no one has caught on to this thing. I've been telling people for years, I've never uploaded a picture of my children, ever, to the internet. And people go, really? Never. I don't think that makes me a better person than you. I'm just saying I've never done it. Because I have common sense. About 4 months after a notorious hacking group claimed to have stolen an extraordinary amount of sensitive personal information from a major data broker, a member of the group has reportedly released most of it for free on an online marketplace for stolen personal data. That's what I'm saying. Just being on the internet. And look, this is reinforcing my point. From the minute we wake up, we ask apps on the internet permission to live reality. It's fucking embarrassing. Why the fuck did we just give our entire lives to people that are titled data brokers. Think about what that is. Think about what that means to be a fucking data broker. What the fuck? Like, crazy. The breach, which includes social security numbers and other sensitive data, could power a raft in the identity theft, fraud, and other crimes, said Teresa Murray, consumer watchdog director for the U.S. Public Interest Research Group. She sounds very savvy. Quote, if this, in fact, is pretty much the whole dossier on all of us, it certainly is much more concerning than prior breaches. No. What do you mean? Your Google history isn't incriminating? I doubt that. I would love to have a dossier on your Google search history. That's where people really get off. And people weren't taking precautions in the past, which is, of course. And if people weren't taking precautions in the past, which they should have been doing, this should be a 5-alarm wake-up call for them. Bitch, what are you talking about? What are we supposed to do? Like, listen to the commentary. Quote, if people weren't taking precautions in the past, which they should have been doing, like what time? When you guys issued us Social Security? What the fuck say did we have about that? When the fuck did we ever say, hey, man, sign me up for a customer ID so I can be myself? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody signed up. Now, look, some of you fucking Father Flanagan do-gooders out there, all you Joe Citizen guys, if this isn't the program for you, get the fuck out of here and kick rocks. I'm telling you, I didn't sign up for no fucking customer ID. That's me. I'm telling you what I did. Fuck out of here with that. Fuck is you talking about? That's insanity. So why would I have to? I don't understand why I have to have a heightened security. That's fucking insane. If people weren't taking precautions in the past, what precautions am I going to take? You issue me a Social Security card and I'm expected to shut the fuck up. That's it. It's not like you can take it and put it in a vault. The fuck are you talking about? How is a person, somebody put it in the comments, how is any person, it's not like you sign up, it's like, pretty, please, can I have a Social Security number? I want a customer ID. Please, can I stand at the DMV? I want a state ID. Nobody ever does that shit. Nobody fucking wants that bullshit. The only reason why people wanted IDs back in the 90s is so they could smoke cigarettes and get in the strip clubs. Fuck out of here. Fuck is you talking about? I don't know about it. I'm not a Joe Citizen, Father Flanagan type of guy, so you can look past me on that one. I'm not looking to fit into society, but I do think it's interesting that they go on to say if people weren't taking precautions in the past. Like, what precautions were we supposed to be taking? Nobody trained us for this shit. You issued us all of these, customer IDs and features, and what are we supposed to do with them? And then they go on to say, what we should have been doing, this should be a 5-alarm wake-up call. What are we going to do? Hackers may have stolen the Social Security numbers of every American, and we don't know how the fuck you did it because our entire lives is on the internet and we've lost control. What the fuck? What are you talking about? That's some weird shit. According to the class action lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court of Fort Lauderdale, God, I'm sure they're speedy, the hacking group, USDOD, claimed in April to have stolen personal records of 2.9 billion people. I mean, who gives a fuck? And this is why you don't upload pictures of your grandchildren onto Facebook. Are you guys getting it now? No, not yet. Okay. Oh boy. The group offered in a forum for hackers to sell the data, which included, oh man, they should sell my data from the prison. I hope somebody tries to become me someday. Boy, aren't you going to be surprised at the airport? The group offered a forum for hackers to sell the data. Can somebody please sell my data? I just want to surprise somebody. Which included records from the United States, Canada, United Kingdom. $3.5 million. A cybersecurity expert said in a post on X. Now everybody go take a shower. What the fuck is going on? Guys, just for the record, little fine print here. I just cover these stories. Like sometimes this is something you guys got to know about me. Let's slow it down for a second. Sometimes people will see long-form content with me on the internet, okay? And, of course, they'll only look at the first couple of layers, and they'll think they know everything about me or the program or the band or whatever. Sometimes people view content creators like me online, and they think that they know them personally. I know. And it's because we're so good at what we do, right? We're having so much fun that you guys have access to our personal lives, right? When we go offline. No. It needs to at some point become available to you that everything that you see from content creators that we upload online, we are doing it on purpose. It's not you being able to look at me. It's me uploading. It's me uploading images and music to the internet. You're just sympathetically getting them. So what I'm saying is, okay, seriously, follow me here. I know it feels like sometimes you can look at me and Melissa, and it feels like you have a window into our personal life. But I'm here to remind you. I'm here to help you and remind you that we are the ones that are putting the art up on the internet. It's not that you're able to see us. No. We are presenting ourselves. This is our public personalities. I think people forget that. Think about this for a second. We are the most documented rock and roll and heavy metal band on the planet. There is not another rock and roll or heavy metal band on the fucking planet that has gone live or documented their lives in detail, chronologically, as much as this band has. No one has gone live. No one posts routinely or consistently for the last 15 years the way that this band has documented, video recorded, and kept ledgers chronologically of our lives. You can literally watch me and Melissa's live. You can literally look at the last 15 years of me and Melissa's life, almost day to day, because we documented the entire thing since 2011. We are the most documented rock and roll band on the planet because we have taken advantage of documenting our entire lives, and the entire complete history of the band is online and available for people to view on social media. We don't get rid of posts. We don't delete old band members. We don't scrap images. Everything that we have ever had is up for people to view in completion. So, I know sometimes it feels like people know us and live with us. It feels like you know how I personally think and feel because we post and we go live and we put up so much videos. We have documented so much of our lives. It's very easy to misunderstand us and think and feel like you know who we are moment to moment because of the frequency of our posts and our lives and our documentation. You getting it? But I assure you, and this is where we need to downshift a little bit, everything that we have ever posted or put up on the internet, everything that we have ever uploaded to the internet, every image, every song, every post, every conversation, you guys have to remember that's not our personal lives. That is our public figure and our entertainment features. I don't think people really get that. So when you see me in a 20-second reel or a long form content, you guys have to remember, I know this is going to fuck you guys up. We're entertainers. I know it's going to fuck you up because it feels like when you watch us here on social media, it feels like you're sitting down with us on the dinner table. It feels like you got me pegged. It feels like you've spent the last months with me. It feels like you know me personally, but that's just because of the level of frequency and vulnerability that me and my staff have opened up our lives to you on purpose. Even when we are being our most authentic selves on lives, even when it is behind the scenes and unscripted, even when we are being our most authentic selves on our networks, groups, and programs, these are still public figure personalities that we are presenting to you. I'm going like this, and I'm making noise. It's not, I don't talk like that. I'm just doing that. I don't know if that really hits home for people. I think some you guys obviously that know me know that. But what I'm saying is, when I do William versus the World, for instance, let's just take a look, okay? I know I'm digressing a little bit. It's all good. Just stick with me. Like, okay, like I'll read, Flea's computers killed live music scene, and we'll talk about that, right? I think when people see a 20-second video of me, I really believe they think I give a shit. And some of this stuff, for those that you know me, you guys know where my passion lies. But a lot of this stuff is just me. I'm just reading articles. I don't really give a fuck about any of this stuff. It's actually quite the opposite. It's my superpower is because I'm from state prison and I don't give a fuck. So people don't really get that with me. It's me not giving a fuck that gives me the ability to talk about the music industry the way that I do. It's me not giving a fuck about what's going on in society that gives me the power and the confidence to confront it. I don't know if it doesn't make me sick. It doesn't make me weak. I don't care about Social Security. I don't care about Republicans, the Democrats, or who's having sex with who. People like me don't give a shit what other people are doing. People like me aren't interested in controlling how other people think and feel. I've got my own feelings and my own thoughts and my own developments, and some of my best friends in the world don't think anything like me. In fact, that's probably why I have a lot of people around. That's why I have a lot of diversity in my life. That's why I have a lot of variety, because I already know how I think. I need people to bounce ideas off of. So a lot of people that get close to me are people that are very different, and it's through our differences that make us stronger. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not looking for people to agree with me. That's for weak motherfuckers. Nah. People be counting on you to need the majority of the construct. So just to remind you guys, I'm not really on here like, sometimes I'll be excited or I'll be animated about some of the articles or topics that we have, but we got to keep it high energy and we try to have fun with it. But a lot of times, guys, I know I come here. I'm not saying I put on an act. It's not quite like that. This is me being authentic. But, you know, I try to maximize the energy, you know what I mean, and prioritize the creative space. So a lot of times if you see a 20-second or, you know, 30-second clip of me responding to an article, a lot of people go, man, I like that guy, or I don't like that guy, or I know that guy, right? Now I agree with that guy. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. You don't agree with me. You don't know me. It's just a clip. It's just entertainment. All this stuff is just entertainment. So if you watch me and you like my personality, I don't give a fuck. It's just entertainment. If you go, oh, I don't like that guy, or maybe it's my voice or my dreadlocks or the choice of topics. These are topics that we just choose every single day, and they're the topics that are making a lot of noise in the music industry, and that's why we put them up on the screen so everybody can check it out. So I don't really care one way or another. I haven't had a Social Security card in years. I don't follow the rules like that. You follow the rules like that. And she follows the rules like that. And people of the world, citizens of the world, must follow the rules. But the rules are something I don't do. See? And that's what gives me the power. See, you guys got to follow the rules. I don't do that. I do what I want to do. And that's why I have the ability to do what I want to do. Because I'm one of those people that do. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Just don't go broke. Don't get an eviction notice. And don't lose your wife. So, Flea says, computers killed live entertainment music scene. Do you guys agree with that? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with Flea. If you don't know who Flea is the bass player from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Red Hot Chili Peppers. And Flea says, computers killed the live music scene. Now, of course, if I say that, everybody will say that I'm a mean guy. But here is Flea. Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers says that computers have killed the live music scene. Do you agree? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with Flea. There is no question. There is no question that there are lots of young artists making incredible music all the time. But the live music scene isn't quite what it used to be, according to Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist Flea. And he says that it's because so much of the music today is made on computer rather than a live group. What do you guys think? That's what Flea's talking about. That's what he says. What do you say? What the fuck is this thing? Why is this here? I feel like Melissa's got to help me with this. Oh, wait a minute. Sometimes you got to figure stuff out on your own. I couldn't see the chat. Ooh. I feel like I'm ruining everything. All right, I got it. I just wanted to see the chat. What the fuck was that? Did y'all hear that? Hope everything's all right. Let me know if I'm still in there. The population of the United States is 3331111. That's too many numbers for me. Scott says, as a father, I'm the same way. Important reason for many pedos out there in the world. My children put themselves out there on their own. Dude, that's why I love Scott, bro. Like, I really do. I really fuck with you. Okay, let me get back to this. I hope you guys are still, I hope we're still live. Should I check? Let me check. Oh, yeah, we're in there. We're still here. I was worried. I thought there wasn't anybody here anymore. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so let's get back to it. Quote, he said, when I was growing up and started going to see bands in clubs in Hollywood every single night, 7 nights of the week, you could go out and there would be 50 clubs with live bands playing in them. He told Woody Harrelson and Ted Danson on their podcast, Where Everybody Knows Your Name, but doodle doodle doo doo. He continued, Quote, interesting bands like weird avant-garde electronic bands and African sounding bands and new wave bands and hardcore punk rock kill your mother bands and then prog. Everything you can imagine was every night. And that's what I did every night. I'd see things that were terrible and things that were jaw-droppingly amazing. It was so exciting, and there was such a spirit of wanting to be a part of this community. I don't know if that exists anymore, he says. He hastened to point out that, quote, there's lots of great young music being made every day, and he isn't criticizing the quality of contemporary music, rather. It's a matter of this music not being geared towards live performances, he said. And we'll finish up with this, but he says, a lot of contemporary youth culture music is made on computer, he points out. There's going to be great DJs or great things happening, but it's just not everywhere, he says. Tonight, if you want to go find good live music, you're going to have to search. No shit. You always did, Flea. I'm sorry. You always had to search for good music. Like, people bitch about, oh, Spotify recommends the music now. YouTube recommends the music to us. Yeah, dude. But MTV and VH1 and all the goofy, silly meme magazines back then were the ones that, all of those silly Headbangers Ball and goofy MTV and VH1 and all them silly little programs were the TikTok of its time. They were the Spotify of its time. MTV was the Spotify of its time, recommending the music to all of the passive, squishy-brained, developing children, just the same way the Spotify and the goofy tech developers and apps do today. There's no fucking difference. Just today, information is beamed at your fucking brain at light speed. That's the only difference. You had to wait for TRL. You had to wait for, Rap City. You had to wait for Headbangers Ball. Now there's Headbangers Ball in your fucking pocket. Like, it's the same shit. It's just a bunch of fucking tastemakers telling you what to listen to. It's tastemakers telling you what's cool, and then you're just going with it. It's the same shit. It's fancy, rich people with gadgets and fancy friendships that create and encourage trends and popularity fueled by ads and delivered to you repetitively. And today, viral. I don't know. I definitely see what Flea's talking about, though. I do. I don't think that, but I will say this, okay, if I had to. I think that live entertainment, I don't think it's doomed like people say. I do think it's changing, though, And that's not always bad. That's not always bad. The fact that live music is changing isn't bad. People are like, oh no, what are we gonna do? We're not gonna go to Whiskey A Go Go. I mean, no offense to them, but to me, it's like Whiskey and No. I hope there's more things other than Whiskey A Go Go. I just do. I think it's time that we have more, and that doesn't mean that let's get rid of all the cool stuff and all the legacy spots. You know what I mean? One of the greatest places we've ever played was like Toads, man. Now, what a cool spot. We always wanted to play there since we were kids, man. Shout out to DBW and them boys over there for inviting us. But like that was like one of those legendary spots we always really wanted to play, and it really lived up. It really lived up to the mystique and the magic. But I do encourage I do encourage risk takers, and I do encourage, we need some new people on the scene. We need new buildings. We need new venues. We need new names. We need new people. We need new bands. We need new trends. We need new things. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not to get rid of what we got. Keep Whiskey, keep Toads, keep those places. You know what I mean? But it is nice and it will be nice to see new things pop up. Yo, yeah, no, it's a really great place. And there are so many other legacy places that are closing. We already know. Um, it seems like every other day, every week with that, it's tough. What's going on here? Did we lose? That keeps happening. We keep losing. It's crazy. We keep losing these lives. Every time I lose the live, it double posts. I hope it did. I really hope it didn't do that. And I think it did. Yeah, I think it double posted. Maybe not though. Well, it's hard to tell. I can't tell. I assume I'm back live now. There was a definite glitch in the matrix. Yep, and it posted twice. Son of a bitch. Well, I really apologize because now I have to go get rid of that other post. Guys, I'm gonna end it here because I didn't realize it disconnected from the stream and double posted. And I would hate to have two. Last time this happened, I had two separate episodes, and we really try to keep the page organized and tidy. So I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. I am gonna delete this odd conversation that I'm having with you now. I do appreciate you guys for being here. I'm sorry to cut it short, but I was able to get in a couple stories and chat with you guys before it lagged out and cut me off. I'm going to see what I can do about that, not doing that in the future. Thank you guys for chilling out with me, and I'll be back on Monday for another episode of William versus the World. Like that. Glue.